Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. Welcome. So, day 4 of the public test realm. It looks like they added a bunch of new characters for us to test stuff with. So, let's dive right into it. Alright, time for some more public test realm. Into the test realm we go. The taintiest of taints. A taint so tainted by the taintly taints. Unfortunately, Leon, you know what this means, right? That means that Blizzard's eye is on the taint lock. It means Blizzard's eye is on the taint lock, my friend. And they are going to nerf the taint lock now. It's now taint lock nerfing season. Cody, why are you upside down? I'm gonna tickle your feetsies. I'm gonna tickle your toesies. Give me these toesies. I was gonna tickle your toesies. He's just literally upside down. Oh yeah, I muted it. Hold on. I forgot I muted the computer. Leon might have even been talking and I probably didn't hear him. Here we go. I muted my whole PC. I don't even know why I did that. Not smart. Wow, they got a whole bunch of crazy stuff in here now. Echoing lock, 95. Tainted lock, 95. Fire lock. GGM underscore punch. Oh, that's my character. Flame test. Blind demon. Base items. Okay, let's check out Taint lock. Let's check out the Taint lock. Their eyes are on the Taint lock, guys. They know all about the Taint lock now. They know the secret of the Taint. They know the secret of the Taint. The secret of the Tainted. Oh, they don't have blade warp. This is awful. Why don't they have blade warp? Why don't they have blade warp? They don't have blade warp. Let me guess, they gave me an Enigma? Okay. I don't really care about Enigma. But... The Tainted Secret. The secret of the Taint. Holy Jesus, they're just absolutely annihilating everything. They're just absolutely destroying everything. Taint, 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 tainty, taint, taint, tainty, tainty, taint, 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 tainty, taint, taint. It's a tainty, tainted lock. Come on down and taint them locks. Taint, tainty, taint, taint, taint. Gonna taint some lock-em taints. Gonna get some tainty locks. Gonna taint some tainty taints. Taint, tainty, taint, taint, taint. Left-handed cube. This is disgusting. Who set up a left-handed cube on my character? This is some dirty stuff right here. Left-handed cubists. Some dirty left-handed cubers, man. Dirty left-handed cubers. Left-handed cubers every freaking where. Left-handed cubers and they're stuck in my hair. I can't believe you got them. They left-handed bottoms. Left-handed cubers. A taint lock is tainting everywhere that he can taint. and he doesn't care what you say. He's gonna taint away. He's a taint, taint, lock, taintity lock. Come on down and see him. He's a Mr. Tainty Taint. He's a gonna taint you all with his super double taints. And when he's finished, you will see that there's a triple taint. Cause we got a triple taint. A double, triple, quadruple taint everywhere. And we're gonna put some taint and then some taint in your hair. You might not really want it, but that's okay. You got it, cause a couple taints here. Oh, we're tainting all the taints, gonna tainting everywhere. Don't tell me what to taint, cause I'm tainting in your hair. Put a taint over your shoulder with a continental soldier. Gonna taint it up, taintily taint. A taint to taint to taint to taint to taint and everywhere. Gonna put some taint right in your ugly underwear. And when we're finished tainting, there's not enough taint. Cause we're taint, taint, taint. Taint is too strong. It's probably gonna be nerfed. I'm gonna tell you right now, the version that's online before they added this energy bonus was already powerful. I have a version online right now that works. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, this new version is powerful, sure, but the old version was powerful too. This one is more powerful. It is more powerful. The taint is getting nerfed and nerfed. The taint is getting nerfed. Everybody's coming down and they's gonna see some nerfs. Cause we got a little taint and it's coming for your taint. Taint. The taintiest of locks. A lock so tainty. They don't even have the good book in here for the taint lock. Where's the measured wrath? I need a measured wrath with a +3 taint. I need a +3 taint. Ars Tors Balos isn't even the right book. Ars Tors Balos. Ars Tors Balos. Ars Tors Balos Balos. Ars Tors Balos Balos. At least they have the Balos book. The Measured Wrath book is better because it's +1 +3, which is 4. The Balos book is only +2 +3 Demon Mastery, which is 2 Taint, 5 Demon Mastery. I'm pretty sure that I tested both of them against each other at some point, and the Measured Wrath ended up coming higher damage. Ramstein song. I'ma punch them right in their winter, yeah, I punch. Gonna punch everyone in their winter all lunch, and I do not care. I'll punch them in their underwear. The taintiest of locks, a lock so taintily. Brom. So many taints in the taint land. so many taints. And they got a +3 demon circlet with all res 30 and 20% faster cast, socketed with 2 runes. That's crazy. And a malevolence amulets of the life everlasting. Dude, somebody was watching my stream, man. Because I'm the one that literally said the demon amulet of the life everlasting. And they don't got an ounce of negative res on this entire build. Not a single ounce of negative res except for this under. It's because it's all plus the skills. It's locked. I think they were definitely watching my stream. I literally went through the process of testing all this and coming up with the theoretical best build, which was literally just plus the skills, infinity, and lower res. Well, and it's even named Taint Lock. Tainted Lock. That's the Taint Lock, boys. Take it to the bank, my friend. Now, there's a couple things I would change about this build if I were going to run this build. First off, I probably would not run an Act 1 Mercenary. I would run something else entirely. I don't know why the Act 1 Mercenary has no equipment either. I would run the Act 3 Mercenary, personally. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. You just add another fireball into the mix. It's just another fireball in a sea of fireballs. You already have 3 Tainteds firing fireballs, and the Act 3 Mercenary also fires fireballs. If you want safety, you could go with the Act 3 Cold Mercenary, but I would go with the Act 3 Fire Mercenary, honestly. Just so that you could have one more fireball added to the mix of fireballs.
I can't do that here.
I don't know if I have any equipment I can shove on him, but I'm sure I can probably shove something on him. Let's see, I can give him the Ormus robes that I picked up. I can give him, ooh, actually, you know what? Gladiator's Bane. Let's give him Gladiator's Bane. That's even better. Gladiator's Bane will keep him alive. Saigon Shield. Yep, sold. There we go. Done. What else do we got? Andy's Visage, sure. Doesn't do anything for him, but whatever. It'll work. And then a sword. Can he use lightsaber? No, I can't use lightsaber. I didn't think he was going to be able to use lightsaber. I don't think I have a sword to actually put on him. I don't think I have anything. Oh well. That'd be alright. I tested fanaticism with the merc and it didn't do anything, but that tainted it doesn't increase their attack speed at all. I tried. I mean, I'm willing to test it again. Maybe they changed it. I tested not just a faith bow. I tested a paladin. Like, I got a paladin with like level 30 some odd faith to come in and check, and there was no attack speed bonus. From Bulgaria. Sorry for the bad English. That's okay. I got bad English too. You're not the only one with bad English. And I grew up here. Be a lot of fire means down here. It slows down slightly on the fire immunes. A sacred armor and a ring. Let me guess, it's another sword. Another sword, boys. And a grit. What the hell is? Wait, there's no set sacred armor. Is there? There isn't a set sacred armor. What? Ornate plate is Griswold's. Wait, no, IK? It's IK, right? It's gotta be IK. It has to be IK. It's IK. Yeah, it's IK armor. What am I doing? IK. I don't know why I was thinking about Griswold's. Griswold's is ornate. It's IK. Yeah. Took a second for my brain to jumpstart. Just had to get a little bit of a jumpstart there. No big deal. Okay. They didn't give me a freaking ID thing and filled up my whole inventory with doojakes. It's so rude. So rude.
Good afternoon.
I check this long battle bow. Freaking stinky CTA. Stinky CTA. I don't want it.
I can't carry anymore.
A 4% mantled and a 20% wisdom draw. Ugh, disgusting. How viable is it to have a full summon Warlock? Super viable. Works just fine. I'm literally playing one right now. This is a full summon Tainted. It's a Taint lock. Welcome to the Taint. This thing is ridiculously powerful. A blasphemous compendium. The compendium of the blasphemousness. There's IK boots. The IK gloves drop on the other character. Got the IK armor earlier. IK pieces coming out the wing wang. The powerful Saint Lock. You don't need Enigma for this build either. Like, Enigma's okay, but like, you can use Blade Warp. The build works just fine with Blade Warp. +2 Flame Wave, +3, 3 socket, 5 Fang Knife. They also built into Blood Boil, which I don't think I would do. I wouldn't build into Blood Boil. I don't think it's worth it. The Ring and the Crusader de Gaulion. They're already terrible going on. One of the characters has the chains. I mean, chains would be a much better option just simply because it would open up the door for all your other equipment to not have to have like tons of resistances on it. 65 all res, +2 skills. You could just use Blade Warp instead. And you're going to be using Blade Warp. Like, that's the whole thing with this build. Like, Infinity is basically mandatory, or Plague is mandatory for the build to work properly. So, you're not going to spend your first Burr and Jaw runes on an Infinity, I'm sorry. Not when you have on an Enigma, when you have an Infinity that you need for the build. You need an Infinity either for your Mercenary, or you need an Infinity for you, one or the other. With the way that the Thorns is working this season, I'm not entirely sure it's the best option to put it on your Mercenary. But I mean, if you're teleporting around like this and like locking your Mercenary down, I don't think it really matters. Like, you can put it on the Merc. And honestly, you'd be better off with a Plague Blade with the Tainted bonus on it. That way you could get the lower res proc and the Infinity together for optimal damage output. I think the Plague Blade is by far the cheaper option too, the Plague Dagger, because Cham is way cheaper than frickin' Burr Malbur Ist. So if you get yourself a Cham rune, and I think it's a rune, you get yourself a Plague to start out with, and I think the Plague pretty much fixes most of your issues. You run the Plague plus the Sunder early on. Eventually you get yourself an Infinity. And then probably the last thing you do is get yourself an Enigma. How do I like the PTR so far? I did a full video on the PTR. It was like an hour long. The title of the video is literally "It's Weird and I Don't Like It." There's some good things. There's some good things in the patch, definitely. But like, it's a lot of weird stuff and a lot of stuff I don't like. I think overall it's a net negative. I think there's some positive and a lot of weird, but mainly just negative. I don't know. I don't even really care about the Echoing Strike either. I'm not even talking about that. I think the Echoing Strike can stay exactly as it is for all I care. Even if fanaticism makes them shoot faster, you still want more negative resistance. The only way that you can apply negative resistance to the Tainted is through conviction and lower resistance. If you give up your mercenary slot for fanaticism, then you're not getting lower resistance. Lower resistance can come from one of two places. You can either run it on a Plague Blade for yourself, or you could run it on a Plague Blade for your mercenary. Depending on which side you want it to be on. It doesn't really matter which side it goes on. You can put it on yourself, or you can put it on the mercenary. I think it's better on you than it is on the mercenary, but... There's also, like, a thing when it comes to teleporting or blade warping that a lot of people aren't aware of, and it has to do with the fact that it forces the minions to attack immediately upon teleporting. So if you guys have never actually played around with this before, when you teleport into any enemy pack, the minions will automatically attack as soon as you teleport, which means that you can force the entire minion pack to attack just by simply teleporting. You don't have to wait for them to attack. You can teleport in and they will immediately attack upon teleporting in. Which basically means you can telestomp packs. Because they do so much damage, you can just telestomp right into a pack and they'll immediately attack as soon as you telestomp in. Which is kind of like the entire basis for how the build works in the first place. You don't just stand there and let them do damage. You teleport and you force them to do damage. Did I ever play Throne of Darkness? I did play Throne of Darkness. I think I have a playthrough on my channel if you want to go check it out. Small charm. Executioner sword. Ooh, it's an ethereal executioner sword. Nothing good. Alright, next game.
Salutations.
I mean, this is completely unnecessary. Like Mang Songs, I don't know why they went with Mang Songs. Mang Songs is super expensive. It's such a... I don't know. I guess it's an easy choice. It's not the best choice, but it's an easy choice. The best choice is obviously a Plague Blade with +2 skills, 3/3, Demon Mastery, and Tainted, which is going to give you a total of +5 to both your Demon and your Tainted, and also give you access to your lower resistance proc, which is more important than the Mang Songs. It's cheaper than the Mang Songs too, technically, for just a Cham rune. But the base is expensive. Like, the base would probably be expensive, not the actual item itself. And then they put the Infinity in a Scythe, which I guess because you're wearing it yourself. I just put that on the Mercenary. Put the Plague Blade on me. Have Conviction and lower res together would be more powerful. You'd kill faster with both. I've tested it. Like, with lower res and Conviction together, you kill way faster. With just lower res or just Conviction, you don't kill anywhere near as quickly. P8 is going to be where it actually gets tested, of course, which I can't do right now. Good luck getting that base. I mean, I'm going to search every single freaking dagger for it. Good luck getting a Mang Songs. Mang Songs are super expensive. Like, the way that this build is currently set up, I mean, what is that? 1 high rune, 2 high rune, 3 high rune, 4 high rune. This thing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high runes. This amulet, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 high runes. I mean, the way that I'm setting it up would be far less high runes than the way that they currently have it set up. And I didn't even count the Mang Song's lesson in there. Another amulet. A Nogazin relic. At least one thing never changed. Still gonna find about 1,000 Nogazin relics. You can tell which monsters are fire immunes. It definitely takes a little while longer to kill the fire immunes than it does the other monster packs. Hey, a demon machine. I like it. I'm gonna use that for testing. I should check the booties. Ethereal booties. Ethereal rep durability booties. With lightning res. These are actually kind of good. It says Titan Quest in Twitch. I don't know why it says that in Twitch, because I definitely said it to the other, but let me refresh it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it says the right thing to me. I don't know. I checkity did. Checkity checked. I don't check mech. These freaking charms that they put in here. Did I see the video? I watched a little bit of it, yeah. The audio was a little hard to hear, and I was in a bad place to listen to it, but I'll have to listen to it on like headphones or something. I heard they were asking questions and stuff. You have to let me know what they said. I haven't had a chance to watch the whole thing yet. The Voluge. It's because I've been busy all day. Busy.
I can't carry anymore.
Get wrecked, Taints. Tainted. Ring. It is such a weird ring. 22% magic find, 70 AR, 3 chain lightning on attack. It's weird. It occurs to me that somebody said good luck getting the base for the plague sword or the plague dagger while I'm wearing this, which is like the most ridiculous item in the game. Probably in excess of like 10,000 times more rare than the dagger base that I want for my plague weapon. This thing's super rare too. Like the rarity of that and that combined like makes the base for the dagger that I'm looking for like completely easy to find. Womp 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 womp. What is their survivability when surrounded? Do you know how faster hit recovery works, Dusk? Are you aware of faster hit recovery and how faster hit recovery functions? Like, basically how when you do a certain amount of damage to a monster, the monster goes into a faster hit recovery stun, and that faster hit recovery stun causes the monster to reel back. Like, when you have a pack of Tainted like this that do 29,000 or whatever, like 37,917 damage, like when they do 37,917 damage, even if they don't kill the target, which they don't have to, like they don't have to kill the target. What happens is when you teleport into a pack with that much damage, what's going to happen is the first thing that's going to occur is the monster's going to take a large amount of damage, and they're immediately going to reel backwards. They're going to go into a faster hit recovery stun. There's nothing they can do about it. Like the sheer amount of damage that you're applying to the target causes the faster hit recovery stun. So when you teleport into a pack with these guys that immediately fire off a fireball, there is no, like, how are they going to do when they're surrounded? Because the monster can't attack back. Faster hit recovery stuns are like a whole thing. It's a whole defensive mechanic that you can utilize. And this pack just completely and utterly stops any monster pack from being able to swing at you. Now, granted, there is a recovery period, and once the monster recovers from that faster hit recovery stun, like, they can potentially take a swing at you. But the problem is that, like, most of the time they're dead by the time they recover from the faster hit recovery stun. Which means that they don't get to do jack diddly. So you can teleport into whatever packs you want with this ridiculous amount of fire damage, because as soon as you teleport into the pack, you're going to cause that faster hit recovery stun, which is immediately going to stop all the monsters from swinging at you, which immediately causes you to be in a very safe position for at least approximately like 1 to 2 seconds. During that time period of 1 to 2 seconds, the monsters die. Is this P8? No, this is online. And you can't make online P8 whenever you want to. It's not allowed. A foul rune. Where was that yesterday when I needed it? Engorge has an attack speed on it too, and I remember trying that out and that didn't work either, but maybe it works now. What did he change to? Cold Plains? Hey look, a fire immune. Hey look, he's dead. I mean, they can probably be FHR stunned too if they get hit, but this is actually not the preferred way that I like to play this build, and I think that when you play this build, I think you're going to find that this is not the preferred way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and respec this character the way that I would be playing it, because this is not it. Let me grab a token. Alright, so what would I change from the way they currently have it set up? So first off, it looks like they're wearing the ridiculous strength requirement boots. Which kind of makes sense, I guess. Whatever. Boop. Alright, so the first thing I would change is I would grab Blade Warp, which they didn't do. The second thing I would change is I would grab Eldritch Blast, which they didn't do. The reason why you want Eldritch Blast and Blade Warp is because Blade Warp hits all the monsters around the area when you teleport in, and Eldritch Blast allows you to steal life, which basically allows you to stay alive easier when you're in combat with the targets. Teleporting in is fun and all, and Enigma is completely like not needed on this build. It's useful, I guess. And then I would probably also grab either Hexpurge or Hexbane. It doesn't really matter which one. You can get whichever one you want. You need one. Obviously, this one is the cheapest number of points, but if you want to grab the other one, you can do that too. This one gives you attack speed. This one gives you negative defense and negative attack rating. The negative attack rating is probably the better one out of the two because it basically makes it so the monsters have a harder time hitting you. So I would probably go with Hexbane. You're still going to beef up Tainted. You're still going to go down here and grab the Blood Boil. I don't care about the Engorge synergy, but I'll 1-point it. You could also run one Defiler. I recommend that you grab at least 1 point in Defiler for that reason. Cap out Demonic Mastery, and then at this point, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. You could potentially beef up the synergy for Blood Boil for the physical side, which the physical side is Blood Oath. I would not beef up the Engorge side at all. I don't even know. Like, I don't think I would even touch Engorge. Blood Oath is probably the best play there. And then from here, you want to, there's a couple things you can potentially do. I can't remember. I think Purge ends up being the synergy for Eldritch Blast. You kind of just want to have Eldritch Blast up for the ability to steal life, is usually how I do it. So it usually ends up looking something like this. Yeah, that should be about right. And then let's put Tainted on tier 4 so we can summon the Tainted. You can also potentially use the Defiler in the mix. It is not a bad choice. You can do 3 Tainted or you can do 2 Tainted and a Defiler. Both options are good. They're not bad options. I should have summoned those from the other side.
Not in town.
Blood Oath was the fire side. I thought Blood Oath was the physical side. Doesn't matter anyway. You want the survivability. Okay, so you just want the survivability. That's all you really want. I don't care about Blood Boil. I'm not actually going to use Blood Boil, like, ever. Alright, and then you could just still have teleport on the right click if you want it. It's not that big of a deal. Of course, we already cleared most of this, didn't we? What you want to do is you want to Blade Warp into the packs. You don't want to teleport into the packs. The reason why you want to Blade Warp into the packs is because Blade Warp offers you the ability to Eldritch Blast, which steals life. So you basically get the ability to apply a curse to the targets. You also get to steal life from the targets as you teleport in. I mean, it's very effective. You get to hit them, curse them, and also steal life from them all in one swift movement. There's no reason not to use it. You can still use teleport to do whatever you want to do, but like, you don't want to teleport into the packs. You want to Blade Warp into the packs. It keeps your mana full, keeps your life full, keeps your character basically constantly applying damage, which is nice. Does mana per kill work with Tainted? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. A rare Shaka. And it's garbage, as always. Where's the frickin'... The cave? Where's the cave at? I don't see the cave on my map. Oh, there it is. Oh, a cryptic axe. Non-ethereal. 40% IAS with life leech. Damage is low.
You have to find your plague base.
Yeah, I need a plague base. I mean, I could take the infinity and just throw it on the merc. Doesn't really matter. I don't really want him to hit anything anyway. I'm gonna be teleporting all over the place anyway. His goal is not to hit things. His goal is to stand there and look pretty.
Those tainted delete the heralds. It's kind of insane.
Yeah. I knew it would be.
I feel like they set it up just so they can justify nerfing it. Like, yeah, we need to nerf this.
Yeah, this is gonna get nerfed. Sorry. Secondary patch notes. We're nerfing the Tainted back down to its original level. The gear up character is so unnecessary. Like, I just don't know. I mean, even if fanaticism increases the speed, which I don't really even need to argue that point. I still don't think fanaticism is the better choice. Attacking faster versus having more negative resistance, like, so that you're actually killing the monsters quicker. I'm pretty sure that the more negative resistance almost always comes out with the better damage output. Especially if you're telestomping the packs, you should have the lower res proc luck up all the time. You could either put the lower res proc on a merc and wear the infinity, or you could put the infinity on the merc and wear the plague. But like, one way or the other, you should have the lower res proc in your build. Especially since it's the cheaper option. That's the thing that kind of bugs me. It's like, it's the cheaper option of the two. Like, they got this thing set up like bougie mode. They got it set up high dollar make you holla mode. I was calculating out how many high runes they've got in this build, and I'm not really sure, but I think it could be somewhere around like 50. Easy. I mean, it's 2 for the infinity, 2 for the enigma. That's already 4. That circlet is easily worth like 10. So I would say 14. The amulet's worth at least like 5. That's another like 20. And then they've got arachnids, like 2 Sojas in here. They got freaking wraith steps, plus 145 skillers. Those small charms are ridiculous too. I don't even know. Fanaticism is more constant. Attacking more against a monster that's hard to kill isn't necessarily better than having more negative res against a monster that's hard to kill. It's going to be a huge damage increase across the board just to have more negative res. You only have 2 sources of negative res on this character. Negative res from equipment doesn't work. Negative res from skills doesn't work. Like, for instance, the consume on the Tainted, which gives you like negative 10% or whatever, or 20%. Like, that doesn't work. The only thing that works is lower res and conviction. That's it. I wouldn't give up lower res for fanaticism. Just, I would not. And you don't need the monsters to attack faster. I just explained this. So whenever you teleport, for whatever reason, you will initiate an immediate attack. This is how the Tainted work, okay? So whenever you teleport, there is a system in place that causes the Tainted to attack immediately upon teleportation, which means that you don't need faster attack speed if you're utilizing your teleport or your blade warp correctly. It will cause them to attack instantly upon teleportation. It's the same thing for the Mercenary. You can get the Mercenary to attack instantly upon teleportation as well. Which means that they're always going to attack instantly upon teleportation. So if you're teleporting into the packs with the Plague Sword, you're going to get the lower res proc, and they're going to attack instantly anyway when you teleport into the pack. You should also be teleporting multiple times into the pack, because every time you teleport, they attack again. So you don't just telestomp into the pack, you telestomp into the pack, and then you do it again, because you can force them to attack as many times as you want to. Which is why I use Blade Warp, because Blade Warp basically causes them all to get cursed, or rather sigiled or hexed or whatever. Causes them all to get hexed, and it also causes them all to basically take damage from the Eldritch Blast, which steals me mana, so I could just sit there and keep hitting them over and over again and getting all my mana and life back. Yeah, you teabag them over and over again, exactly. It's literally how the entire build works, is you teabag them over and over and over again. It doesn't proc when the monsters are in hit recovery. I mean, I tested it yesterday and it seemed to work just fine. Everything's dead. I need more stuff to kill. Big, hairy, tainted tea bags. Whoa. That seems a little rude.
Not in town.
Do I test any other monsters? I mean, you can do any of the builds if you want to. Tons of builds. You can do the Goatman. The Tainted just work really good because they're fireballs and they explode. And they do massive amounts of damage every time you teleport in. Bunch of uniques, nothing really all that amazing. The Blade Warp version of this build is what you're going to be using if you actually build this. Like, nobody's getting an Enigma and an Infinity in the beginning of the game. You're going to be using the Blade Warp version before you use any other version. The Blade Warp version is the best version in my opinion, because you teleport into the pack, you basically get the ability to deal damage, apply curses. It works really good as you're leveling. It's extremely good as a leveler. Ugh, that shield. That's a disgusting shield. Oh yeah, my freaking my freaking filter's not turned on in the PTR, is it? I was wondering why that thing wasn't filtered out. I filtered that thing out in that horrible shield. I filtered that thing out a long time ago in my item pack, or my item filter, if you guys haven't seen it. I made a universal basic item filter, which basically allows you to filter out just the items that are useless, completely and utterly useless. Does Thorns reflect missile attacks? No, no, it does not. Syndiquas. One socket, of course. really wish Eldritch Blast had a longer cooldown on it, but or just duration. Sorry, not cooldown, duration. I mean, the thing about this build is that you don't have to build it specifically the way that I built it, which is the telestomper. I was actually considering that you could potentially build this in another way, which is devote your extra points into things like cleave, for instance, or like mirrored blades. I mean, you could easily set up like a mirrored blades tainted build. You could do a hybrid. A hybrid mirrored blades tainted build could be rather interesting. Let's try the other version of this build, which is the one defiler version. Let's do the one defiler version. The one defiler version is interesting. It works just as good as the other. Like, there's no real problem with the single defiler version. I don't know why I did that. You just run 2 tainted and 1 defiler. It's pretty good. Let's go play with it. So many fire immunes everywhere. They're fire immunes. So many fire immunes. Do 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 do. Hey, look, another ring. Another dwarf star. That's my like 4th dwarf star. That's right. Taint, 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 tainty, taint, taint, tainty, tainty, taint, 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 tainty, taint, taint. Taint, taint, tainty, tainty, taint, 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 tainty, tainty, taint. Brum. A battle axe. Where's the stupid thing at? There it is. Into the cave. You see how they always attack whenever I teleport in? Like, do you guys see how literally just teleporting causes them to attack? Like, you don't need fanaticism to make them attack faster. Like, they literally just attack as soon as you teleport. Like, your teleportation causes them to attack every single time. If you stand there and you let them do this, if you just stand there, I mean, yeah. But if you teleport, they'll instantly attack as soon as you teleport. 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 It's instantaneous. They will just instantaneously attack every single time you teleport. Teleport, attack. Teleport, attack. Blade warp. Shink, shink, shink. Blade warp. Why is my blade warp not on there? Dang it. Blade warp. Blade warp. Blade warp. What's up, buddies? Blade warp works too. Blade warp is my favorite. You could also theoretically run this build without putting yourself at risk. I don't really see why. I feel like blade warping is the best way. But if you wanted to like do this and not put yourself at risk, you could always run Deathmark instead. But Deathmark doesn't teleport your minion, your merc, so... Boom, boom, boom. Blade warp. Blade warp. Blade warp. Blade warp. Blade warp. Teleport, blade warp. Oh, these guys are fire immune. How dare you be immune to the flames? How dare you be immune to the flames? How dare you? How dare you be immune to the flames? He's like super immune to the flames too. Look at him. Dirty hillbilly. Oh look, another thresher. I only found like 6 of those. I got an ethereal one sitting in the stash. Wah, wah, wah. Let's take it back to town. Smells like taint. Oh man, not taint. Not unwashed rancid taint. I mean, even if you wash it, one fart and it's all over. I mean, it's all it takes. That's all it takes. You guys ever get out of the shower nice and squeaky clean? You're like, ah, I'm so nice and squeaky clean. I can't believe it. And then you fart, and it's like, oh, well, that was good while it lasted for a whole 1 second. Yep, it's clean for one fart. That's it lasts for one toot, and it's over. These are the rules. I don't make the rules. These are the rules. Them's the rules. If you teleport fast, they don't complete their attack animation. I mean, if you stand still, you're like basically asking to die. So, I mean, I would assume that you would be moving, especially since they can almost entirely kill a pack in like one attack animation. So why would you stand still for more than one attack animation? I mean, are you basically just like doing this where you're like, okay, let me teleport in. All right, let's wait for them to kill things. All right. Like, I think that's slower than doing it the other way, which is where you literally just teleport directly on the packs and force them to kill whatever you want to kill. You're like, oh, die, and you just teleport straight to the pack you want to die. Yep, kill that thing, kill that thing. What's up, pack? You guys die. Kill you, yep, you're dead, moving on. I mean, it's a superior way to play the build. Like, you have full and utmost control over where they go, what they do, and who they kill. Or you can just teleport them in and just let them decide what they want to kill. And, I mean, I guess it works, provided that they're not stupid and they derp. But being able to have the utmost control over where they go and what they do is that's what makes it so fun. You just teleport right into the packs and you murder everything. And then you move to the next pack, and then, oh look, there's one guy right there. Murdered, dead, he's gone. Anybody in the house? Nope, your guys are dead. Yep, you're dead. 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 Buff, buff, buff. Warping in, dead. Oh no, they got my mercenary. That's so rude. I think this is the only time where the attack speed might actually work, but honestly, the lower res would be better. Because they're not having trouble killing him because they can't attack quickly. They're having trouble killing him because he's immune to fire. So if you had lower res in this situation, he would die a hell of a lot faster than fanaticism. Just another situation where you want fanaticism, or you want lower res over fanaticism. I mean, if you can have your cake and eat it too somehow. Who doesn't like having their cake and eating it too? Bunch of fire immunes here. What's up, fire immunes? Die fire immunes. What's up, fire immunes? Die fire immunes. You eat some cake, but not the whole thing. A wise man. Crusader's gauntlets. Yeah, Taint Lock's just as OP as I thought it was going to be.
Kinda cray cray.
Oh, they do have a measured wrath on the other side. I was looking at the other book. But why wouldn't you put that on the... I'm so confused. Shouldn't the measured wrath be on the other side?
I think they just gave both books, and it's up to you to decide.
So, the Summon Tainted is level 50 with the measured wrath. With 37,625. With the Taurus Balos, it's 37,917. So I guess it's slightly better with the Ars Taurus Balos than the measured wrath. Hmm. Hmm. Problem with the Balos is it also has the chance to proc Decrepify, which you don't want because you want the lower res instead. Although the Decrepify can be useful when you're like telestomping. Bum, bum, bum. Poor freaking Iswell. Dude, Iswell just got like annihilated. Dude, poor guy. That was embarrassing. What the hell just happened to Iswell? He's gone. He's just gone like a freight train. Gone like a freight train, gone like yesterday. That's embarrassing.
I can't carry anymore.
Embarrassing. Ain't no big packs for me to leap into. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Womp womp. Save some for someone else. Up in smoke. What? What are we smoking? Was he already dead? 25 poison damage, 9% lightning, small. It's kind of neat. Meh, meh, meh. Ooh, fire in the sky.
Not in town.
Yeah, it's OP. Just like I thought it was OP. So what's the other character they added? They added an Abyss character, like, fully set up.
They added 4 builds: Abyss, Apocalypse, like Fire, Tainted, and Echoing. Revamped Echoing with actual res and stuff.
Where's the Abyss? I don't see it. I see Echoing. I see Echoing.
You might have to relog if it's
Lock.
out
I see
there.
Fire Lock. I see Taint Lock. I see Rune Barbarian. My asthma test is level 15. I guess let me
You also
try
might have
this.
to delete some of those. I don't know if it. You're not full, right? I had to relog to get some more.
I don't know. I did make one punch lock character. Maybe I have to delete that character. Oh, there he is. He's there now. Abyss Lock. Let's go test out the horrible Abyss Lock. Horrible Abyss Lock'ems. Level 95 with 1 EXP to level up. Let me guess, I have an Enigma.
Yep.
They just put Enigma on every single one of these characters. Like, who's making these characters? I mean, the character only works with Enigma anyway.
Yeah, that one you especially want it. Why is that doing?
God, the freaking mana cost on this character is insane. Breath of the Dying Warpike, Fortitude, and a Sacred Armor.
Yep.
Why Breath of the Dying Warpike? But really
There's
slow.
a couple other ones as well. Yeah, I feel like
really
that was like.
It's really slow.
I feel like that was more given to him in case you wanted to use it on one of your builds. It's kind of weird some of the stuff they put on the mercs, but
I mean, it would make sense for an echoing lock, I guess.
it hits really hard on the echoing.
The damage on this is bad. Like, I'm trying to use it to kill a herald, and it, like, my chains keep disappearing, and then, like, even when I do get it, it doesn't even really do that much damage. I would rather that they upped the damage of the chains and just made it so I only had to cast one chain. Like, it just feels completely tedious to have to go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, teleport. Like, I don't... And then not only that, but you walk too far away and then the chains disintegrate. If you teleport too far away, the chains disintegrate. Like, oh, I teleported too far away. Chain's gone. Interesting. So if you don't move, the chains stay for longer than if you move. So if you just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you teleport but don't move, no, never mind. That instantly disintegrated them. I was wrong. What about my Asma Bolt? I'm not a big fan of the chains. I really just don't like the chains. I'm not a chain wielder. Come on down and see my chains. I'm not a chain wielder. God, they cost so much mana. Abyss is overpowered. Abyss is the best skill of the tree. Abyss time. Who needs anything else? Just cast Abyss. Just do like a full build and all you do is just cast Abyss over and over again.
Yes, babe.
If only Abyss didn't cost like 10,000 mana per cast. Hey, look, another jewel. Oh my god, these left-handed cubes. It's enough to make me want to quit the PTR. Can't stand left-handed cubes.
I would never put my most valuable stuff on the left there.
Yeah, let me put my torch and my Annie right next to the NPC so I can accidentally throw it in the trash. And then they put the freaking small charms on the top. Like, they're really triggering. I think they're trying to troll me because they're triggering my OCD hard, man. They are all up in my OCD grill. There's a specific, like, reason why I do the way my charms the way that I do, right? So the Annie, the Torch, and the Sunder always go on the right hand side because it's furthest away from the NPC, which means I have a much less likely chance of accidentally selling my Torch, Annie, or freaking Sunder Charm, which are the most important things on my character. Well, we have one more jewel to add to the lists of ridiculous number of facets that we've found so far. What are we up to now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the one I accidentally socketed into. So I found 10 so far. The crazy thing about Abyss is that it's so freaking powerful damage-wise that, like, you can't even use the other abilities. Like, I don't understand the balancing of Abyss. Like, let's make these other abilities, Miasma Chain and Miasma Bolts, like these pathetic excuses for abilities that barely do any damage whatsoever. We want you to use them in combination with Abyss. But Abyss will literally kill the monster before you even have a chance to use the other abilities to do anything. Like, you literally just cast Abyss and the pack's dead, and you're like, okay, well, I didn't actually have to cast Miasma Chains or Miasma Bolts or anything, because they're dead. Like, congratulations. Abyss does 4,500 magic damage initial, and 9,375 per second for 2 seconds. So it does a total of... Let's calculate that out. It does a total of 4,500... plus 9,375 times 2, so plus 9,375, which means it's doing 23,250 magic damage per cast. Meanwhile, Miasma Bolts is doing a very measly 1,428 times 6 plus the initial cast of 537 of 9,105 over 5 seconds, which if you divide that by 3, I believe that gets us our 2-second amount. So by comparison, Miasma Bolt is doing 3,035 damage over 2 seconds. Abyss is doing 23,250 damage over 2 seconds. It's not even like in the realm of comparison. And then we can go over to Miasma Chains, and we can check Miasma Chains. Miasma Chains, technically you can have 5 of them, but you also have to cast them 5 times, which is a pain in the butt. Abyss, you just cast 1 time. But let's calculate it out anyway. So it lasts for 3 seconds, so 3,105. Times 5 would be 15,525 times 6 seconds. Plus 6,000 something, let's just say 6,100, plus 6,100 for the initial, divided by 3, is 33,083 if you get all 5 chains, and if all 5 chains are hitting the target at the same time, and if they stand in the miasma puddle for the entire 6 seconds, essentially, or 2 seconds in the case of like the per 2 second damage. So if you can get them to stand still in the chains, you cast all 5 chains. Meanwhile, I've already casted probably like 3 or 4 abysses in that same time period. Abyss is king. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the only time you should really be using other skills is if a herald or something tanky pops up.
Like, here's his wall, right? So here we go. Abyss. 2 abysses, he died. Done. 2 abysses. So his wall just died in 2 abysses. Abyss is going to be the go-to build, not Taint Lock? Nah, Taint Lock's way stronger than Abyss.
Taint Lock is insane damage for the Like, watch him fight a T2 Herald versus the Taint Log. Like, watch the kill speed. The Taint Log is instant pop.
As long as he's not immune to fire. If he's immune to fire, it does take a little bit of work. Which is where the lower res would really come in handy, but... Abyss versus Uber suck? Yeah, because Ubers have 50 to 75% magic resistance, which makes it very difficult. This version of the build would probably be better, because they did they? Yeah, they gave a little bit of negative magic res, but it's not how I would have set the character up. I would have put like sling rings or something on, or whatever that opal vein is that gives negative magic res. I would have went negative magic res, because the main issue with this build is like when you do fight monsters that are magic resistant, it's very difficult to kill them. It's almost impossible, actually. So like if you do Uber Diablo or something with an Abyss build, it's like, oh, okay. So he's not gonna die anytime soon. Don't tell them about the Taint. They already made a Taint Lock character. They already have the Taint Lock in their sights. I'm sorry. It's too late. The Taint Lock is in their visual prowess. They've seen it.
I am overburdened.
Sometimes you taint, sometimes you ain't.
Sometimes you feel like a taint. Sometimes you taint. Yeah, I've had enough of the Abyss. What else they got? They got a fire lock on here.
Yep.
Oh, time to run around spamming Ring of Fire. Let's see how terrible it is.
What they did with the echoing Warlock is kind of insane. They have you log in, you have all three auras. You have Might, Concentration, and Fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. The Herald just like punched my Merc in the eyeball and he died. Dude, this character burns through some dang mana, doesn't it?
I can't carry anymore.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I tried. I'm sorry. Apparently they used some actual, like, pre-made characters or something. I don't know. Wah, 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 wah. This character they definitely didn't copy me. I never made this character.
Not enough mana.
Dude, how much a frickin' Apocalypse cost? 82 mana? Like, what the hell? Apocalypse is cool, but it's just slow.
Bale blocks every attack.
He is an attack blocker, for sure.
Not enough mana.
How's the Ring of Fire done? I don't know.
Carry anymore.
This character's like super decked. Seems okay for a super decked character.
Super
Using-
deck character on P1. It's like
Yeah. I mean, Mang Songs would probably be better than Obsession. Because more negative res.
oh yeah, it is definitely.
I mean, Enigma is also like you not getting more negative res also, but I guess you get teleport, which is nice. It looks like they're running like a crazy +2 Warlock blue with 2 sockets. I don't know. 30% fire skill damage on the Diablo book. I mean, they've got one facet. What's the total amount of negative res that they're running here? 30? That is not a lot at all. So, total negative res 30. That's rough. It's no wonder I'm having trouble killing some of the monsters that are, like, immune to specific fire resistance. I mean, Mang Songs would be better with a facet. That would be a huge upgrade right there, because it's -15. It would get a -20. So you would go from -30 to -50, which is a massive bump. I mean, optimal book wouldn't even be Diabolos. It would be a blue with 2 facets. You'd want like a 3/3 blue with 2 facets is what you'd be looking at. I mean, for some of the like crazy godlike equipment they threw on this character, you'd think they would just like spring for a 3/3 book with 2 facets. I mean, Apocalypse itself has a little bit of negative res, but it doesn't bypass the immunities. I've already tested it. As when I mean bypass, I mean like it doesn't make the immunities easy to bypass, is what I mean. Like you can clearly tell that when I hit a fire immune monster with the ability, it's still a fire immune monster, and it doesn't care. Wouldn't that book be pretty pricey? Yeah, it would be pretty pricey. So is this amulet that they gave us. So is this circlet that they gave us. So is the enigma that they gave us. I mean, like most of these builds are running like the craziest pieces of equipment that I've ever seen. I don't know. Like, yeah, it would be expensive, just like a lot of the equipment that they gave us, like the 2020-10 Annie and the 2023, like Hellfire Torch and the ridiculously well-rolled Sunder and just casual test gear, no big deal. My joke is that if they were gonna give us this stuff, why didn't they just go for a 3/3 book? Like, well, since you're tossing out burr runes like they're nothing, can I get a last wish and a... Actually, 2 last wishes, 1 ethereal for my mercenary, and I don't know, this build has a really low amount of negative res for what it is. I mean, if you're talking about immune monsters, like versus immunes, we're currently sitting at what, 30 plus 40, which 40 divided by 5 is 8. So we're sitting at 38% versus fire immunes. For non-fire immunes, we're sitting at 40 plus 30, which is 40, 50, 60, 70. So we're sitting at 70% for non-fire immunes. But the non-fire immunes aren't really the problem. I also should have summoned a Tainted and eaten it, which I probably didn't do. Do they have Consume on here? They do have Consume on here. Look at that. Yeah, let me grab a Tainted real quick and eat it, which does increase my negative res slightly. Problem with that, though, is that also is divided by 5 versus immunes, so... I mean, it's powerful. Ain't nothing wrong with it. With the gear they have on it, it should be powerful. Yeah, but the negative resistance that comes from the Tainted is divided by 5 versus immunes. That's the problem. So realistically, you're only looking at the 15 on the helmet. The total would look something like this. So it would be 40 divided by 5, which is 8. And then the Tainted bonus is... I can't remember what the Tainted bonus is right off the top of my head. I think it's like 10, 20. It's negative 15. Okay, so it's negative 15. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, plus 8, plus 30. So you're looking at negative 41 right now for any immune monster. Bang Songs would be far superior, because Bang Songs is going to give you negative 15. You throw a Facet in there, that's 20. So that's going to bring you up to plus 20, which is going to get you 61% versus immunes, which is massive. Versus non-immunes, you're looking at 15 plus 40 plus 30, which is 85. And then if you were using Bang Songs, that would be another 20. So you would be looking at 105 versus non-immunes. I mean, it's just a huge difference between the two builds. Like, you're talking about nearly 100% negative resistance with the Mang Songs, and nearly, what is it? 61% negative resistance with the Mang Songs versus immunes. It's just a huge variance in negative resistance. I think the Balos is probably better than the Phoenix, though. The Echoing Lock, they did like a god tier echo lock. They just did an insight staff. Interesting. Bone break. Dude, they didn't even give any freaking. They didn't even give any books or nothing. They were like, "Here, no books for you."
I can't do that here.
Where the hell's the enchant at? Where's my enchant? I don't see it. Why am I blind? I don't see it. Because it has 0 charges. They gave a demon limb with 0 charges. That's some dirty hillbilly stuff right there. That is some dirty hillbilly level stuff right there. Do they actually apply a bane on here? I got like a basic hex bane. Looks like they're running purge. Yeah, looks like they did purge. Okay. Charges sold separately? That's rude. Seems like the echoing purge lock still works just fine. It's a little slow on the heralds. Well, whatever. Oh, Grimmel.
Yeah, but that's such perfect like auras and such high gear to do that. Like I think they forgot how good some other builds in this game are with that kind of gear. Like you put that kind of gear on any of the old builds and you're smashing.
I mean, and they have pride on the Merc, so the Merc's just gonna die all the time. You better teleport around everywhere and not let your Merc fight. Honestly, the 100%, like this is just the real smashing truth. I wouldn't make pride. Like they gave us concentration aura on a minion. Why would you use pride? Why not just go with a like faith merc at that point? Because pride's just as expensive as faith. Faith is actually useful, and then just do concentration on the bind demon instead. They've got fanaticism on the bind demon and concentration on the merc. They should have just done the opposite. They should have just done fanaticism on the merc and concentration on the bind demon. And then you wouldn't have to worry about your minion dying all the time.
They wanted to skew your judgment by throwing might in there too. You have 3 auras right now. You have might, fanat, and concentration to multiply that damage number so it looks like they actually do damage.
I mean, they could just use Last Wish. Last Wish could have been the weapon they used for the echoing. There you go, done. Last Wish and a Colossus Blade. Or not Colossus Blade, because Colossus. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter for echoing, right? Yeah, Last Wish and a Colossus Blade would have been an absolutely excellent choice. There you go. Might, fanaticism, and concentration. Last Wish, Colossus Blade. Pride is good on a boson? No, it's not. No, it's not. The whole entire argument falls apart as soon as you realize that the only reason that Pride works on the boson is because the boson stands so far back that the merc never engages in combat. As soon as the merc gets in combat, he dies. It's not good on the boson either. I have a video, and the video is worst rune words in the game, and pride is like #1 on that list. It's funny because they named it Pride. It's perfect. Because the people that use it are very prideful about the fact that they have it. And pride comes before the fall, my friend. Pride comes before the fall. It's basically a waste of a rune word. You could easily get this set up just as well, if not better, by going the other way. And honestly, the Act 1 merc's probably better anyway, since you have to worry about attack rating. You get the nice insight. Should we spam an insight the entire time? Or inner sight, my bad. Inner sight, not insight. 183. Two Lash Wish Phase Blades.
Yo, Ginge.
What's up, Snuggle Bunny?
Oh. Let's see 2 more terrorize. We had one you loved earlier. Upper Carras Terror Zone. Out of the entire time, the whole half hour of the Terror Zone, I came across 3 small trash mobs. Everything else was minions or champions.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like, I'm playing this. I'm in Players 1. I'm in the Terror Zone. Is it just me, or is it kind of slow for P1? Like, I feel
I
like
never thought that was like a fast build anyway. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, I felt like when I was playing my crappy Mirrored Blades version earlier, the crappy Mirrored Blades was faster than this.
Oh yeah, way faster. It does way more damage.
Like, I literally just fire like 1 arrow volley and like the whole pack would die and like everything behind it. And this one is like, it's like I'm firing like 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, and for P1, this is bad. Like, I don't think I would eat, especially considering I've got a freaking Pride Merc and a Fanat Minion and a Might Merc and and the gear that they gave me.
Yeah, that no one's ever gonna have unless they RMT. Like, even I might not have that level of gear after a month.
And they even filled my whole inventory with freaking Eldritch Skillers. Like, what the hell? Only 75 Jaws worth of equipment and gear to be worse than a Javazon?
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
it's the crazy thing is it's worse than the crappy Echoing Strike like character that I converted into a Bowlock. So to put it into perspective, like when I go into a pack and I'm trying to kill this pack, a lot of the times I'm firing like 4 or 5 Echoings to kill like 1 pack of monsters. Like, it took me like 4 or 5 strikes to kill Griswold. I'm pretty sure that like most of the monsters I was fighting on that crappy character yesterday, it was like 1 arrow volley for most of the pack. I was punching them and doing better damage than this. Do you guys remember when I was trying to get the demon and I switched off to took the weapon off and I went around punching everything? And literally I was just punching monsters to death and it was literally a one-shot punch.
If you transfer over the Ethereal War Pike of Breath of the Dying, you'll notice the damage feels a lot better. But yeah,
they're using an insight. Insight into Archon staff. I mean,
it's still crazy.
I'm gonna break the pride. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's break the pride, boys.
Not in town.
Let's break it.
Well, you have unlimited of whatever they give you. You like have unlimited runes. If you take the runes out of the rune guy and you delete them, he reloads next time you launch the game. Like whatever you like, all these pre-made characters relaunch. You can get the hero over and over again, the items and the characters.
Why does the echoing strike just feel so slow too? Like the way that it's like the speed of the projectile. Like does it seem kind of slow? Like the way that it goes out and then comes back in and it just takes forever. Am I imagining it?
Seems kind of slow. I don't know.
I'd have to check it against like another projectile.
Those seem
attack.
faster. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. The new itemization kind of makes you want to try older builds again. I don't even know if I mess with the Warlock next season.
I got a jewel. Another jewel. So many jewels. Did I break it yet? I haven't even burned any durability off the pride yet. What the hell? How have I not burned any durability off the pride yet? Still at 65 out of 65. I'm trying to break you, pride. You need to go in the trash where you belong. You need to go in the garbage where you belong, pride. Hey, a Burisa do Canyon. Baby, it's got too much crap in my inventory. I still never burned any durability off the pride. I don't know what's going on.
Apparently there's something in Steam that says like some event in game ends on May 23rd. Interesting. People think the season's only going to last another 5 weeks.
I mean, I'm gonna go put this on my Warlock and be a better character than this character. I'm gonna go throw that on my Warlock, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be a BRB. I got a breezer now. It's over now. Snap back to reality. Hope the goes gravity. Hit him with the bavity. Going up with the pavity.
You could just make a mist. Why don't you make yourself a mist?
I got that breezer. I found it. I just found it.
Mist is better, bro.
But I just found it, and I'm gonna use it because I found it.
Mist.
I want to be OP.
Hey, you have every rune in the world on the rune guy.
Sounds like a cop-out.
Not in town.
I'm gonna turn him into a Thor barbarian and go Hork Heralds. Die. Hey, look, guys. I have nowhere near as good equipment as that, like, ridiculously broken Echo Lock character, and I'm still one-shotting everything. Oh, look. They all died. I'm using a Brisa do Canyon. Baby. Oh, baby. What's up, Pack? Oh, one shot. What's up, Harold? Ow, why are you so mean, Harold? Might or a skeleton, and you're dead. Dude, I feel like the invincible meme is applicable here, Leon. Look what they need to mimic even a fraction of our power. Like, you could literally set up a Bowlock with a Gariza do Canyon, the most garbage equipment ever, like some 20% IAS gloves, like nothing in the frickin' world that's even really remotely valuable of any type, and you're gonna blow that build away that's like 75 jaw runes. Bowlock is and has always been superior, and this just it's just that's just embarrassing. I'll sound tired. I mean, I do like naps. You want to come take a nap with me, Page King? I got room. We can take a nap together. I got Kubus the monster dog. You can cuddle with Kubus, or you can cuddle with me, Page King. Which one do you want? I mean, it's your choice. You want big and furry or big and furry? Here they come. 2 jewels this time. Wait, did I die at some point? I seem to have all my potions in my inventory. I died. You know what the saddest thing is? Is I'm literally killing faster than that character, Leon, and I have no merc. I have no bind demon. No fanaticism. No concentration. No might aura. Oh, man. Occasionally, I would put together builds in Theory Crafts, and I would be like, hey, look, it works with top-end gear. I was like, let's see if it actually works with budget equipment. Like, dude, this build works with budget equipment. This is a budget character. You can make this character with some bits of string and some dental floss and a toothpick. And it still works. This is not even maxed out. It's not even close to maxed out. I'm like 40% of the total power that I could get out of this character. 40%. That's what I'm currently sitting at. Actually, probably 30. I'd say 30. Probably about 30% of the power that I could get out of this character. What gear is that character wearing? Like I said, I'm at 30% power level, so nothing. He's got, like, nothing that he needs, really. We could get them. We could get them all decked out if you want. Like we could make them all fancy and shiny. We could do that. We could shine them up. Here, here's a Crusader bow. We can make him a mist. Actually, can you even make a mist? I thought we weren't on. I thought we weren't on ladder. So you can't make the ladder only rune words. I mean, I'll try it anyway. I don't care. Ain't my runes. Ain't my runes. Is there even a cham in here? Oh, there's the chams. Cham, shale, gull. Shale. Gull. Gull, 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 gull. I'm blind. There's the gull rune. Thal. If. Here we go. A Mist Crusader's bow for my beautiful boy. Let's go Bogart equipment from all the other characters too and make like a perfect hex lock. Let's go Bogart everything. Give me all of your friggin' rings. Bogart this. You don't need that. That's mine. Bogarting all of your stuff. You don't get to keep nothing. I'm taking all your doojangs. Gonna put 'em on the character with lots of poojangs. Give me all the Bolock stuff. I'm gonna get some Bolocks. I don't know why I'm wearing a bone break.
I can't.
I don't have enough strength to do. I don't have enough strength to. Well, I do have enough strength. Never mind. All right. Why can I not wear it? The hell?
Do you have that thing equipped in your offhand of your other swap?
Oh yeah, it might be. Now that you mention it.
Yep, it's unique. You're only allowed one equipped.
Yeah, fancy. I need another soldier. I don't know where I put it. I had two freaking soldiers because I found a soldier. Taking off the high lords because I don't need to do the high lords.
I can't do that.
I need a pre-buff set. Yep, I need a pre-buff set. I need to go steal a Mang songs from somebody. Is there a Mang song sitting on some character?
You had it on at least two, right? There was one. One was on the Tainted, and one was on
Stealing
maybe the
the taint.
Fire.
Stealing the taint. Gonna steal that taint. Gonna steal that taint. Taint, 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 taint. I'm stealing the taint. Gonna steal his taint. Taint, 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 taint. Come on down and get some taint. Cause we got a little bit of taint. All right. Let's ignore the demon. I think I'm gonna drop the demon out of the pit. Let's do a respec. Let's get this boy in optimal form, shall we? Cause this is the day that the Lord has made. Boom 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 boom. Going to make a really strong. To do the hex knock on a song. Alright, we got mirror blades. We got hexon. Gotta get in. Gotta do. Gotta get zoom. Got a defiler. Defiler already has 5 souls. That's good. We need 3. Oh no, we're 1 shy. Why are we 1 shy? We need a level. Alright, well that'll work for now. 2 is better than none. Alright, we can swap over, get our pre-buff on. Unse, Donse, Tronse. Yeah, we really want the second one. That's unfortunate. Now we're only at 9,820 hexbane with only 1 defiler instead of 2 defilers. That's not where we want to be.
Did you bring over your magic center? I got the magic sunder in the Shaco and the Bisca.
I did not get the magic sunder. I need to get the magic sunder. That is a good point. I do not have a magic sunder. I'm stealing the Abyss Sunder's magic sunder. I'm stealing it.
Steal his helm too.
No, I don't want to steal his helm. I like the helm from the Eldritch character. It's better.
But he doesn't have the magic jewel on it.
It does. The one on the Echoing Strike character has the magic jewel in it. I don't know why. Or is it as a physical jewel?
It's a fizz jewel.
It's a fizz jewel. Fine. I'll take the Shaco.
I don't know why that's not a Hell Warden's with that facet, but
You talked me into it.
wow, this is so clear.
Alright. Bink, 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 bink. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we are sitting at 12k Echoing Strike. Let's go murder some stuff. Only 12k not Echoing Strike, sorry. Mirrored Blades. 14k Mirrored Blades. Oh look, here's some magic immunes. Hey, what's up, magic immunes? Oh look, you guys suck balls. Suck balls, magic immunes. Suck balls. Have I close to have tested everything? Yeah, I tested everything. I was done yesterday, and then they added a bunch of new characters, so. I just killed magic immunes like they were nothing. That's hilarious. Goodbye, magic immunes. Hey, what's up, Thorns? Magic immune Herald. Hey, look at that. Wrecked.
Nice.
Magic immune Herald wrecked. I ain't got no cannot be frozen. I should have put a Raven Frost on the build. Boom. Haha. It's actually a good test versus the magic immunes. It's kind of crazy. I did not expect it to absolutely annihilate the magic immunes too. Boom. Another magic immune. Goodbye. Oh no, he lived through one of my shots. How dare you? Goodbye. Putting Enigma on every single build is just so stupid. Ooh, fire tower. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Two-shot the fire tower. Goodbye. So the reason why I wanted to do this was I wanted you guys to see the difference between a build that is utilizing endgame equipment that is good versus a build that is utilizing endgame equipment that is bad. Like, when I played that Echoing Strike character, I couldn't help but, like, say to myself, I'm like, man, if my mirrored bow lock character had this equipment, I would be a hell of a lot stronger than this. Like, what is this? It's like, anybody should be strong with this level of equipment. Anybody. So I was like, you know what? Let's go see. Let's go play with it. And here I am doing, like, 14k per mirrored blades, which is times 5, by the way. So that's 14k times 5. What is that? I don't know what the actual number is because it doesn't show the whole number. So 14 times 5. That's 70,000 damage a shot. Which, by the way, 70,000 damage times 30 potential hits, which is like 2.1 million damage per shot, by the way, if you hit 30 monsters. Did I get that right? Let me make sure I ran that number right. 70,000 times 30. Yeah, that's 2.1 million damage. And then if you take that number and you also add in the negative resistance that he's running now, so he has negative 30% enemy magic resistance, which means that you add that on top as well. So you're talking about 70,000 plus 30% is 91,000 times 30 potential hits, which is 2.7 million damage per hit, per arrow, right? So per shot. And then he can also attack 2.5 times per second, which is a total of 6.82 million damage per, basically, second. With this current setup. So 6.8 million damage per second. That's what he's currently running. People question me all the time. They're like, Mirrored Blades wasn't better than Echoing Strike. I'm like, yes, Mirrored Blades was always better than Echoing Strike. I was like, I could get 6.8 million damage a second with Mirrored Blades. And I can hit the whole screen. Like, I don't know, you can't hit the whole screen. You gotta teleport around like a little weirdo. I can just stand in a hallway, fire down the hallway, hit everything in the entire hallway, and laugh as it all dies. Hey, look, everything in the hallway died except for that one monster because he was lucky. Oh, they're all dead. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me that they nerfed Echoing Strike when they left this build intact. And some people are like, shut up, Ginger, don't tell them about this build. Like, Echoing Strike can kind of do this too. It's not as good because Echoing Strike doesn't have the same range as Mirrored Blades. it also requires too many skill points to get like the physical version running. So you end up like I don't know, like with
And it can't proc.
and it can't proc. Yeah, it can't proc. It can't crushing blow. It can't open wounds. It can't do none of that stuff. Like this build is literally that number that I quoted you at 6.825 million is not even including open wounds, poison effects, like crushing blow, proccing effects, which you can also add into the build, by the way. You can even set up a full physical version of this, which I'm sure would be pretty crazy. I was actually considering how I would do that. I'd still use Hexbane for the negative defense and the other good stats, though. Die. I don't even have freaking Canopy Frozen, so I'm chilled all the time, firing really slow, and I'm still one-shotting whole packs.
You have Raven Pro somewhere.
Nah, I put 2 Sojas on for the extra buff. I have one in the stash, though.
It makes a huge difference, like that, because you actually rely on that attack speed.
Oh, yeah.
Feels so bad to shoot when you're slow like that all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, look at that Hexbane damage. Look at it. It's freaking
I know.
10k Hexbane damage is what we're looking at right now. Like, hold on, I'm in the wrong channel.
You can immediately feel the difference when you start killing mobs. Like going from one build to another, that's the nice thing about having all these builds lined up like that. You can log in and you could feel the difference on the heralds and everything, like right away.
I mean, the crazy thing is that 10k is also like I'm still got like 4k physical damage too. I've got 10k magic and like 4k physical. We'll run around beard blading things with a. Watch this. This is the funny part. You guys ready? Donk. I'm gonna hit him with my Mang songs. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Yeah, get wrecked. You know why they all died at the same time? Because of the Defiler. That's why. No, come here, skadoosh. 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 I just beat everything to death with my Mang songs, guys. God, slowest kicks ever in the history of kicks. Why? Why are my kicks so slow? The slowest of kicks. I know why they're so slow. You don't have to answer. It was a rhetorical question. The Defiler really is nutty. Like, you overkill these monsters by such a large degree that when you hit the Defiler, like, marked target, it just automatically one-shots, like, the other targets in vicinity. Instead of one-shotting one monster, you, like, try-shot. Or, like, 5-shot every monster within range. I mean, Taint Lock is still good. It's even better than it was on live. It was not a bad build on live. It's even better now. There's a lot of ways you could potentially build it. You could do 2 Taints and 1 Defiler. You could do 3 Defilers. You can obviously run the Conviction Aura yourself or give it to the minion. You can run the Plague Sword yourself or give it to the minion. There's a lot of ways you could potentially do it. Apparently, you can also beef them up with Fanaticism now, which is an interesting option, but I just don't think it's the best option, especially when the negative resistance is your primary concern. I tested on Uber Diablo, for instance, and like Conviction and lower res together was like almost instant kill for Uber Diablo versus a slower kill with just 1. And that was like P8, by the way. The Warlock is still just as good as it was on live. Like, nothing's changed. I don't think anything's changed. The Warlock is still ridiculously OP. It has a very low barrier to entry, which basically means that you can play it with like some of the worst gear imaginable and still pretty much clear everything. And then not only does it have low barrier to entry, but it also has a very high ceiling as well, which is really quite interesting. So it's not just one of those builds that tops out early. No, like, you can get your freaking Hexbane up to like almost 10k magic damage like per shot, and then just that Hexbane itself added to your Mirrored Blades is giving you like 50k magic damage. And then the sheer like range and spread of the actual Mirrored Blades itself is just absolutely insanely powerful. There's so many really fun builds you could do with Hexbane. I mean, this is not the only way to do it. Mist is a nice option, sure, and there's other options too which are equally as good, if not even better in some ways, depending on how you want to set up the character. The I mean, the echoing still works, I guess. It's there. I don't think it's better than the Warlock. I think you're better off with the Warlock no matter what. I think you could still use echoing if you really wanted to. If you really, really wanted to, Cody. If you why you put your nose in my armpit? That's gross. What does it smell like? Disgusting? Yeah, disgusted in there. What's up there, Mr. Goody Monster Dog? What if I take your chin off? Give me this chin. That's going to take your whole chin, and it's going to be my chin. That's my chin in. Yeah, that's my chin. Give me this. Give me this. I'll rip it off. Give me that chin. Give me. I got your chin. Oh no, Cody's, I got yours chin. Look at that. I got it. I got yours chinums. I'll put it on your nose. Now you got a chin nose in. Now you're a chin nose dog. Cody, what do you think about the Warlock? Do you think the changes are good, or do you think the changes are bad? What are you thinking? You can. Are you gonna play Warlock next season, or are you gonna play like a barbarian or something? Or are you gonna be a druid with lots of wolves? You gonna have a wolf pack? You gonna get a wolf pack with the druid, and you gonna get some big bad wolfums and a bear? How about that? You want a bearums? Oh no, a big bear like this. He goes roar, roar. Look at that tail going. He said, "This my tail." Oh no, I got just tailums. I was asked about your rat a few times today. My chinchillas? My chinchillas? What's wrong with my chinchillas? You like them? They want to see them? They want to play with them? They're in their cages being fatties. They're always fatties. That's what they do. One little fatty. That's what we do. Level 47. I'd get that higher if I had a better plus the skill book. Is there any better books that have like higher plus the skills for Eldritch? I can't remember. 2. Oh, that's also plus 2. Yeah, I should probably put on a Raven Frost so I stop being chilly-chillied. Chilly willy willy, that's not what I like. Chilly chilly chilly, that's not what I want. Chilly 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 all day. I don't really wanna chilly chilly wee. Chilly chilly chilly. I could probably put on High Lords instead of Maras as well. Give me some more attack speed. Certainly wouldn't be awful. It lowered my damage on my ability a little bit, but I'll be alright. At least I won't be chilled anymore. And my attack speed will be better. Had to check and see what my break points are on this character. Yep, I did indeed bring him out on the Nintendo Switch video. I mean, if Cody wasn't up here all the damn time, I could have the chinchillas out more often, but he's always up here because he's a little, I thought with little. What am I saying little? He's a big, giant bump on the log. And I can't trust him around the chinchillas because he gets too excited. He gets way too excited. Way too excited. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Oh. He gets way too excited. Like Snuggle Bunny when he gets crit poisoned. He's over there like, I do not like that at all, actually. So
This is no fun.
So I don't like that. I don't. No, thank you. I mean, I don't even think Cody would eat them. No. What I think Cody would do is pick them up like stuffed animals and carry them around the house, unaware that picking them up like stuffed animals and carrying them around the house causes irreparable damage as his fangs sink into the pillow that he thinks he's carrying. Is a pillow, Balrog blade, crossbow, scale mail, smile charm. Warlock is just so freaking powerful. I mean, I to put it into perspective, I literally just played the Apocalypse Fire Warlock. I played the Taint Warlock, which is really powerful, by the way. I played the Echoing Warlock that they put on here. And honestly, the Bowlock is just still better. I hate to say it, but the Bowlock is just still better. I don't know what to tell you guys. Bowlock wins. Perfect score.
Oh, nice victory.
But Bowlock is the winner of the PTR, and they didn't even make a Bowlock for us to test. I cobbled one together from a nest of equipment that was left over from the better supposed builds, and it was way better than anything that they gave us, because the Bowlock is just amazing, and that's all I got to say. Yeah. Bowlock is the winner of the PTR, and the Tainted comes in second by far, and I don't know what to tell you about nothing, sir. The Bowlock's just the best, and that's the word. You can't nerf the Bowlock. What you gonna do to the Bowlock? You'd have to nerf Hexbane. The Hexbane is what you'd have to nerf. And then what? Then I'm gonna go to Hex Purge, and then you'd have to nerf Hex Purge.
I should just delete the whole class at this point. Just delete them. Say goodbye. Warlock doesn't exist. The reign of the Warlock was short.
The reign of the Warlock is over. Honestly, even if you deleted Hexbane and Hex Purge from the game, I think the Bowlock still ends up being one of the strongest builds, because you can do the proc builds. There's some really good proc builds you can do. I've played around with a couple of them. You can also still do the exploding arrow build with the demon machine or the Kuko Kushaku, which, as I've tested it so far, it was actually really powerful. Now, granted, I also would utilize Hexbane in the process, so without Hexbane, I think it could still be pretty powerful. You'd have to stack fire charms, you'd have to stack as much negative fire resistance as you can get, which is a lot easier now since you can get negative 10% fire res on the charm, and you can get the nice Guardian Facet. And then the Hell Wardens is a really good option too, because you can put the Guardian Facet in the Hell Wardens. You get a nice negative 8 Hell Wardens with a negative 10 Guardian Facet, and you've got a negative 18 there. You know, you can use Kuko, you can put another negative 5 in that. You can easily grab the negative res from the Tainted, so you can like consume a Tainted, that gives you negative 15, so forth and so on. Honestly, I can't see even just a Kuko Mirrored Blades not being like better than some of the builds that we've seen so far. Especially considering you can multiply all the damage by 5. You can get enchant for yourself if you run the Horizon set. The Horizon gloves have a massive amount of fire damage on them. I mean, just doing some quick math here. Let's go take let's take a look at this really quickly and see how much fire damage we could potentially get, and then multiply. So first off, you've got the Horizon's gloves fire damage bonus, which is huge, by the way. So you're definitely going to use the Horizon's fire damage bonus. It's I think it's what, 140 to 270. So let's start tallying this up. Okay, so 140 to 270. All right, so that's our first damage bonus because we're gonna get the Horizon bonus. Then there's another fire damage bonus that you can get. It's a big one. I'm trying to remember. I mean, you can enchant yourself. I mean, that's one right there. You can very easily use like a Demon Limb on swap. So let's just use Demon Limb. Demon Limb's a good choice. So Demon Limb is level 21, I think, or is it 23? It's 23. All right. So at level 23, we're looking at, and of course they don't have enchant level 23. Let's take a look at Amazon Basin. Basin usually has all the nice juicy numbers we need. Alright, so what we're looking for is we're looking for the level 23 enchant bonus with no synergies. Which is what? 87 to 112? Yeah, 87 to 112. Okay. 87 to 112. Then we also have the Kuko itself. Let me put enchant next to that because we need to actually multiply that twice. Now we need the Kuko number. I'm pretty sure the Kuko is the one you would use. So Kuko has 40 to 180 fire damage, which is also a nice amount that you can get. And then we're going to look at the charms. So you're going to need fire damage charms. I believe the highest fire damage charms are 47, if I remember correctly. I have to double check real quick, but... So we're looking at... We need the fire ones. These are not the fire ones. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's like 47, but let's just... cautiously, let's do like 18 to 40. That's more realistic anyway. I'm seeing some that are 18 to 40 here that are like lower tier ones. Alright, so how many inventory spaces do we have? Assuming you use a Fire Summoner, which you need to. That's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 4, 8, 12, 16, what is that, 20, 22, so let's say 22 of these, X22. And then run are plus percentage. So assuming that you're using Hell Wardens, which I would highly recommend, you're going to be getting plus 10% skill damage. And then you're also going to get 5% skill damage from the Kuko. You're going to get an additional... You probably trying to think what you would want for your body armor piece. I mean, theoretically, I think your best body armor piece is either increased attack speed to make sure you're hitting your highest breakpoint, or facets, one or the other. Let's assume you did 4 facets, which is another, like, what, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20% increase. That's going to net you a maximum amount of plus skill damage of 20, 40, or 20, 35. So plus 35% skill damage. Which is going to affect enchant when you cast it. Okay? So the thing about enchant is that it actually gets the fire skill bonus twice. So you want, let's take our top end damage. So 112 plus 35%. That was not the button that I wanted to press. 112 plus 35%. Nah, you're right. I hit the wrong button twice. Maybe if I don't say it out loud. I think it worked. Okay, so we're looking at 166.05. Now this can all be added together, so we're going to add together the top ends of everything. Hey, my goal of 6,200 followers was just completed. Nice. So we need to take our 40 times 22, and that's 880. And then we need to add all these together. So plus 270 plus 166.05 plus 180 plus... okay, so we've got... that was not what I meant to do. Undo. Abort. Abort. Alright, so we got 1,334. That's the total. And then we add our plus skill damage again. So another plus 35%. Which is going to give us 1,800 fire damage per arrow, basically. Or it looks like it rounds up to 1, maybe. But let's just do 1,800. So 1,800 is a good number. Alright. So we got 1,800 fire damage per arrow, right? So we multiply that by 2. Or sorry, 5. We multiply that by 5 because we've got 5 arrows. So times 5 gives us 9,000 damage per arrow volley. It's exploding, right? So it hits everything within range. So it doesn't really matter. Like you're gonna shoot it at a pack, and the whole pack is gonna get hit by the explosion. They're all gonna take 9,000 damage. Now here's where it gets really interesting: is that the explosions obviously can pierce, and you can do multiple explosions per shot. So like when you're talking about a small pack of monsters, this is going to get like absolutely insane. So each one of the arrows can pierce up to 6 total times. And well, 5 times plus an additional last hit, essentially, which also explodes. So you get 6 explosions per arrow. There's 5 arrows, so that's a total of 6 times 5, which is 30. So if you have a tightly packed group of cows, and you shoot one of these crazy exploding arrows into the tightly grouped pack of cows, you're going to get 9,000, or rather, 9,000 times 30, which is 270,000 damage per shot in a pack of cows. And then you're going to multiply that by 2.5, which is your total attacks per second. So you're going to be looking at like 675,000 damage per second, firing just fire damage explosive arrows from your Kuko Kushaku. And this is, of course, not including, so does not include Hexbane. Or, honestly, if you were running this build, you would probably do Hex Purge, because Hex Purge, I think, is a stronger like option for the way that this build functions, because it's exponential explosions. And Purge is literally exponential explosions. So you would stack 2 exponential explosions on top of each other, doing like massive amounts of damage per shot. And then you'd have 2 elements too. So you'd have fire and you'd have magic at the same time, which would be pretty powerful. I'd probably do Hex Purge in combination. Honestly, kind of nutty, like how much damage you could potentially get here. And then you could add in like negative res. You could add in Conviction Aura on a Mercenary. Once you start doing all that, things start to get kind of crazy, because if you can bring down a monster to negative 100%, for instance, cows are never immune to fire unless they're fire enchanted. So in most cases, when you're talking about cows, it's easy to get a cow down to negative 100%. So you can just simply multiply that by 2. In the case of conviction aura, so you're talking about like 1.35 million or something, like per volley, essentially, per second of damage into the pack. So you can easily do a fire build too. Like it's 100% possible. You could also replace Kuko Goshaku. Instead of Kuko Goshaku, you could utilize a brand bow. Brand bow is kind of nutty as well, because brand bow also has a 100% chance to proc bone spears and exploding. The only thing it's missing is the piercing, so your gear would change slightly. You would use a wisdom instead of a hell wardens, and you would use the razor tail, which you're going to use anyway with the Kuko. But like with this particular build, it's very similar, except you're going to get every single one of the arrows that hits a target is going to cause a bone spear to proc, and the bone spear is also going to do magic damage as well, which is going to fly through the entire pack. You get the exploding arrow, and then you get amp too on top of it, as if you needed that. But Brand also has amp. It's an expensive option. Kuko is the cheap option. Brand is the expensive option. You could also potentially use Demon Machine. I wouldn't recommend Demon Machine for this build though, because the Warlock doesn't have the best breakpoints for crossbows. It's better. I think it's better if you use the Kuko, and also I think it's better that you use the Kuko because the Kuko actually has fire damage on it, whereas the Demon Machine doesn't have any fire damage on it. You need a lot of fire damage from outside sources to make the build function. Like, you need the fire damage from the Horizon's hold gloves. You need the fire damage from, like the enchant. You need the fire damage from the charms and whatnot to really make the build shine. The more fire damage you can get from various sources. And every one of the facets also. I didn't even count any of the facets. I'm an idiot. Every one of the facets has fire damage on it too. So if you pull up the rainbow facets, and you look at the facets, I didn't add in any of the facet damage from the actual facets themselves. So this build would theoretically be utilizing 17 to 45. So let's see if we can add that in there real quick. So 17 to 45 base fire damage per facet times 1 in the weapon, 4 in the armor. So you're talking about 5. Yeah, so about 5 facets. So you're talking about times 5, which is a pretty decent amount of additional damage. That's 45 times 5, 225 plus 35%, which is what you get from the facets. So that's an additional 303.75 damage, which would get added into the total. So we could do that one more time. So 112 plus 35%. And then we could do our plus 880, plus 270, plus, what am I missing? 180, so plus 180. I know I'm missing something. Yeah, let me do this again. So 303.75 plus 880 plus 180 plus 166.05 plus 270. So we're at 17,998 plus the 35%. Which brings us up to 2,429. So let's run the calculations one more time because I messed it up before. So that would be times 5, which is 12,000, not 9,000. Which then is multiplied by... Trying to think here. Gotta make sure I do this right. Gotta do it right. Made to mess up my numbers. 2,429. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. 2,429 times... It would just be times 30, wouldn't it? We just do times 30. That's what it is. 2,429.73 times 30 is 72,891. I messed up somewhere in my math, and I don't remember why. So you get 1 arrow is 2,429. You get 5 arrows, so you fire off 5 at the same time, which is 2,429 times 5, which gives us our 12,148 per shot, times 2.5 attacks per second, which is 30,362. Or we do it the other way, which is multiple targets. So hitting multiple targets. Assuming you have 30 cows, all 30 cows end up getting hit by the same explosion, the same 5 explosions. So all 5 explosions hit all 30 cows. So that's 2,429 times 5. And then they all hit all 30 cows, which is 364,000 damage. And then, of course, you could multiply that by 2 if you had the actual negative 100% resistance, which is what we're looking for, times 2, which is 728,000. So it went up a little bit, not that much, but a little bit of a damage bonus from having the additional from the facets themselves. Still a lot of damage. Like, I think the fire one works just fine too. And then, of course, you could add in Hexbane, or you could add in Hexpurge into the fire one, and you could have fire, magic, and physical all at the same time. That's the crazy thing, is that, like, when you run the builds, like, if you're doing the fire build, you could still have really high Hexbane. Or you could still have really high Hexpurge in combination with the fire build and the explosions and the physical side. So if you ran, like, a brand bow with an amp proc, for instance... You had the, like, Conviction Aura minion. You were running all the fire stuff. You still had the Hexbane or the Hexpurge anyway. Like, the total damage output would be insane, and you would be running 3 different elements at the same time. Are they not going to correct at least some of these issues before release? I figured that was what the PTR was for. Yeah, PTR is all about testing. I mean, the PTR lasts for about a week. I mean, they should be doing micro corrections, in my opinion, where they're correcting this stuff as they go. They're not. I don't know why. We should see micro corrections like within the build, like oh, okay, we understand this is kind of broken here, test out the new version. Let's try this. No, we haven't seen any micro corrections. Chances are probably at the end of the PTR they'll have some sort of thing where they talk about like what the changes are going to be moving forward. I don't know. One shot into that pack and the whole pack disintegrates.
Can't carry anymore. Impossible.
I think the Hex Purge and the Exploding Arrow build, like, could be kind of the most crazy clear that you've ever seen in your life. Considering both of them have explosions and both of them, like, are almost exponential damage. It's like having 2 exponential damage attacks tied together. So instead of 5 explosions for 5 arrows, you have 10 explosions for 10 arrows, or for 5 arrows. So you're getting double the explosions essentially for the same number of arrows. And I mean, it seems to me like that would be crazy amounts of damage. I don't know if I have all the right equipment to set that up right this moment. Might take some effort. Trying to think if I even do have the right equipment. Can you party in PTR? Yeah, if you want to, like, download the public test ROM, anybody can download PTR and come hang out. How awful the current heralds are? What do you mean by awful? What's your criteria for an awful herald? What is your what is your criterium? When they gonna fix the necro summons? I mean, the necro summons are still some of the most OP summons in the game. I mean, then the mages could use some work, but like the revives and skeletons are still busted. You can pretty much kill any Uber with just like teleporting a pack of them minions on top of their heads. Have you ever killed Ubers with like a necromancer? Summons are busted. They've always been busted. It's like one of the best things about the summon, the necromancer, is the summons.
You always have your corpse explodey for Claire. It's amazing.
I only farm the tier 2 heralds and end up with 1 million facets. Yeah, that's not how you want it, Kyle. You don't want to just like join game, kill 2 heralds, leave, join game, kill 2 heralds, leave, join game, kill 2 heralds, leave. That's not what you want.
Yeah, most of the content creators have been on the Warlock builds and stuff, which is not even as important as the Heralds. The Heralds, like Ginger said, affects the whole game, so that should be talked about more.
Yeah, the heralds affect the entire game. It's Warlock's Morlock.
Warlock's whatever, dude. But these other, man, I'm telling you, these old builds got to be so good.
Oh yeah, I'm still trying to think like what old build I really want to like pull up. I don't know like which one is the one to really like which one is gonna get the most benefit from all of the changes. Hey, look, a third swirling crystal, Leon.
Impossible.
Dude, they just keep dropping. They just keep on dropping and they do not stop. And I don't know what to tell them. I don't know it all. They just keep on dropping down. I got so many in town, and I'm putting another one next to the other ones that I got. I got a do drink in a bone. Do drink, all the do drinks. Come on down, we got some do drinks.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I really don't care how they nerf the Warlock either. It's not even really important.
How may I be of help?
I would appreciate them not breaking the entire meta of the game just because a couple like people cried. There's a meme going around the internet. And it makes me laugh every time I see it. It said, "Oh no, a child crying. We must throw away the entirety of what we are doing because a child has cried." I feel like somewhere along the line there literally is a person who probably cried about not getting items from the heralds or something, and that's why this stupid herald change is in place in the first place. Like I don't like that when I play in a game and I kill a monster and the monster doesn't drop me anything good. It makes me feel bad. That was probably the entire feedback. You guys were waiting for more, but there's no more. That was it. How was feedback submitted? I mean, you can go post on the forums for feedback. There's literally a feedback section on the forums. I don't know. I was thinking about making a post there, but I really just don't like posting there. I really do not like posting there. It's just a bunch of whiny babies on there crying all day long, arguing semantics. They love to argue semantics. That's their main thing. When you make a post on there with legitimate feedback, be prepared to immediately get like 17 comments and a bunch of people telling you you're an idiot because your feedback is stupid. But I mean, go ahead and do it anyway. I mean, I should probably write one up too, to be honest. I probably should. Cody, can you not lick me randomly, sir? What is it that you want, random licker? Drive-by tongue? Why did I get a drive-by tonguing? And why are you standing just off screen so people can't see you? They see your snoot. They see it. Yep, your snoot is in frame. And your earums. Your big earums is in frame. Yep, I guess your earum is in there. I'm just gonna rip it off. What's the matter? Do you gotta go peepom doodah? Do you gotta go peepom doodah? Bum bum bum. Do I dare write feedback on the forums? Do I dare? PTR feedback. There's the section right there. PTR feedback. Did they make some changes? Some people are saying they made some changes. I don't see anything on the Blitz tracker. There's a man out here selling outside security cameras. He said I gotta hurry, no one answers the door past dark around here. What? A door-to-door salesman. I haven't seen one of those in like 1,000 years. Sounds like a con. Tell them we already have security cameras and go away. GGM's PTR feedback. Ugh. I'm doing it, guys. Why am I doing it? I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it now. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it now.
I'll see you tomorrow then, Ginge.
All right, Snuggle Buddy. Yeah, it sounds kind of artist to me. So Draven, 3x Akis, Schaefer's, Stormlash. What was all the crazy items that we've gotten so far? It's just like everything in the world that you could ever want. As for the Warlock changes, the delay that was added. Just PTR feedback. What was lethargy when it first? I can't even remember. Can't remember the exact amount of damage taken reduction that lethargy originally had. I can't remember. Damage taken plus 44%. Yeah, so it was like 50, I think, capped out or something. I think 25% would be fine. Lethargy, what do I cover next? Um, I think it's good enough. Good enough. Boom. There you go. Done. I've done my due diligence, boys. Go tell me what an idiot I am. You fool! hip on Napoleon Dynamite. All he does is sit in our house and eat our steaks. Gosh. Wrong button push. We got a hair stuck in my mouse or something? Like, what the hell? Every single click was just off by the tiniest hair. Blizzard was a fool who trusted you. Hey, look, an amulet and a legendary melon. Almost another Schaefer's, guys. Almost another Schaefer's. Almost another hammer. But I didn't get it this time, but next time I'll get my hammer. Almost another Schaefer's. Almost another hammer. Eastern Worldstone Shard, Eastern Worldstone Shard. All up in your farts, all up in your parts. California Worldstone, California. Abyss under a volcano to reach maximum form. I mean, technically you could do that. Hey, Noir, thanks for the Prime sub, man. They've been subscribed for 6 months. So you guys should be like, Noir, support the channel so I have money and can play more often. And then we can have fun together. Yeah, yeah. Die. Die. Super die. Extra die. Mega die. Super mega die. Super mega die. Super mega die. Super mega die. Nobody likes you, you can die now. Super mega, super die now. Super mega die. All of you die. As my arrow goes off screen, kills everything off screen. Poor guys. Bow. Bow. Die. I don't even have a mercenary. This build's broken. But Ginger, you're not supposed to be testing the builds that we don't need you to test. You know what? Warlock is just amazing. Okay? Warlock is just amazing. I mean, technically, by going to this character, I am testing the game. What I'm testing is I'm testing to see how those builds stack up to my favorite build. That's what I'm testing. You know what my conclusion is? My conclusion is all of those builds are still inferior to this build. This build is still mo better. It's still mo better. My asthma build? Nope, Warlock is better. Fire build? Nope, Warlock is better. Echoing strike build? Nope, Warlock is better. Tainted build? Tainted build really fun. It's really it's close. It's a close one there. But Warlock build's still better. I don't know. I think the Tainted build is more fun. I do think the Taint lock is more fun, and you get to say Taint all the time, which is a plus. That's definitely in the plus column. Like for the Taint lock, you get to say Taint all the time, which. If your friend's not sure about the Taint build, just remind him that he gets to say Taint all the time and he gets to get away with it. And then when he wants to show somebody his build, he can be like, hey, do you want to see my Taint block? And they're like, no, I don't want to see your Taint. It's really good, though. It's a really good Taint lock. I think you'll like it. I think if you take a look at my Taint, I think you will like what you see. I think you will enjoy what you see.
I can't carry anymore.
I can't carry any more full rejuvenation potions, but I'm gonna shove them in anywhere. Taint lock coming for you, taint lock in your drawer, taint lock. See, the real combo would be to figure out how to do the taint lock with this build. Like do a bow lock / taint lock, do a bow taint, or a taint bow. A taint bow would be the optimal if I could do a taint bow. I don't know how I could do a taint bow though. I'd have to figure it out. I'd have to figure out a taint bow. We'd have to do a little work on that. I mean, you need 20 points in Taint and you need 20 points in Demonic Mastery. That's the only thing you really need. And then you also need the Blood Boil. So 20, 40, 60. So if you did a 20, 40, 60, let's actually kind of like play around with this, see if I can figure out if I can do a Taint lock. A Taint bow lock. A bow taint lock. Can we do a bow taint lock? That's the question. Bow, tainty, tainty, bow, taint. Alright, first let's get the gear. We need 1 point in levitation mastery. We need to go down. We need to grab Mirror Blades, and we probably also want to grab Hexbane. We definitely have the 20-point Taint. We got a 20-point Demonic Mastery. 20-point Blood Boil. 1 point Defiler. 27 points left is all I've got. So I could max out Hexbane. Max out Mirrored Blades. Can't even max out Mirrored Blades. I got like 1,314. It's really not very promising. Alright, let's try this out. I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's try it. So we've got 5K mirrored blades combined together with 3 taints. Let's see how this works out. No, it's an immune to fire, and I don't have a fire sunder. Which means my mirrored blades has to do the work. Yeah, mirrored blades is doing the work. What do you know? Okay. Not bad, actually. Why, hello, Cody. Can you spot the snoot? Can you boop the snoot? There's a snoot that suddenly appeared on the screen. Can you see the snoot? Do you see the snoot? One little snoot from a Kubus monster dog. He said, you better pay attention to me now, or I'm gonna bite you and I'll make sure that you're dead. 'Cause I'm a monster dog and I got your head. I am a monster, big old monster dog. Look at me, I'm a monster boy. A monster boy. Ow, it hurts. Ow, it pain. There's pain. Ow, it pain. So much pain. Yeah, not quite as good because I don't have the fire sunder and I don't have the negative res from the conviction. So yeah, taint lock with the combined with the bow lock, not quite as strong. Hey, Sithis, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate it. If you guys don't know, Prime subs are free with your Prime subscription. You get them for free 99, and if you don't use them, they go to waste. You get one every single month for free. For free 99. Cody, can I have Paul? Can I have that Paul? Okay, that's a good Paul. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty neat. That Paul. He's looking at me like, what? Can I have another Paul? All right, that's pretty good, Paul. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Paul. That's pretty good. Shake. Gotta do a handshake. Shake, shake, shake. Can I have a boopa snoot? Can I have a snoot? A boopa snoot? Give me a snoot. Give me the snoot. Snootums. I need a snoot. Boop. Boop. Alright, guys and gals, I'm gonna hop off here. I got some stuff I need to do. And honestly, I've done all the testing I need to do. I did all the testing I needed to do yesterday. Now I've got some more testing done. And like now I'm even more firm in my original census, which is that I don't like the update. It's just making me not like the update more. It didn't really help me out very much. Did anybody reply to my forum post before I leave? The bind demon changes are fine. If you add the phrase as it relates to ES, I'm pretty sure I specifically stated. Don't misquote me. Don't misquote me. Don't misquote me. Why you gotta misquote me like that? Misquoter. Okay. God dang, boy. Survivability. Why am I? Survivability is not a word. Survivability. What's up, Hadaway? What all changed? Tons of stuff, my friend. I was actually just about to hop off, but I do have like an hour-long video you can watch on 2x speed that goes over everything that's changed. There's some good, there's some bad, and there's some weird, and like I think overall it's in the weird category, but yeah, it is what it is. Here, I'll link it. I'll link you the my thoughts. There you go. There's my thoughts video. I'm hopping off. I will see you guys tomorrow. I think we're going to do some Saturday Horror tomorrow. I don't know what game we're playing, but we're going to play something. If you guys got any suggestions, be sure to put them in the comments. Or send them to me on Discord or something for the Saturday Horror video game.